Yeah, they're all...
Get a cheeseburger and mashed potatoes from Jollibee. Like what?
Yeah, like,
I
that's such a
totally
weird mix.
confused them.
The fuck is this?
Like, don't they know this is America? You gotta make some fried potato cakes for that shit to sell.
Nah, it works though. It makes sense. Like you don't have to get everything at the same time. You could just say, all right, I'll get spaghetti, which is weird.
Their spaghetti's good though. Actually, that's what I tried. It's pretty good.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, I
feel
guess
like
you could get spaghetti and chicken fingers, I guess, because it's like mini.
it's kind of like a parmigiana, but I don't know.
I'll keep it.
I don't think I need no fast food pasta. If I want pasta, I'm just gonna eat it or wait 30
you're
minutes
gonna go
for
to
somebody else to
Olive
cook it.
Garden. You're gonna go to Olive Garden.
I mean,
First of all, Olive Garden is not terrible, but no, that's not my
It's
first
not
shot.
the same, though. We just went recently. It's not the same.
It's microwave food.
well, Olive Garden it fell off.
Yeah, Olive Garden fell off.
All the way off.
Well,
I mean, it was
the
never
one
really
in my
off
city
in the
when I
first
went
place.
there, they can make a good cocktail and the appetizers was hitting. But
If you want
I don't go
cocktails,
there.
go to Applebee's.
I mean, the
no,
only
I didn't want to go to the neighborhood, nigga. I wanted to go where people felt like they were better than other people. That's the kind of day I was having.
Is that the kind of day you were having?
Exactly. They have more of a
Looking around at
trying to
people.
be upscale, whereas Applebee's is like, you could wear sweatpants. We don't really give a fuck. You know,
Just
That's
sitting
fair.
there in your fucking Olive Garden bar table, looking at all the fat Italians sitting at tables, like, man, I'm a man
this
of
is
class.
there's not Italians out here like that. There's nah,
Damn.
different crowd, but it was chill. And like I said, the bartender made a good ass drink. I give him kudos, even if the franchise isn't good. That bartender know to make a drink.
I don't know. Only thing I would go to Olive Garden anymore is breadsticks and salad. That's it.
The only thing Jay would go
Breadsticks
to
and
Olive
salad.
Garden for is a
That's it.
breadstick in the men's bathroom.
Sounds sad as fuck, nigga.
Right? They
Are
actually
you mad
have-
because there's no spider legs on the menu?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't need spider legs to be on the menu.
He
I know
needs it in
what's
the
in there.
See, he says he doesn't need it, but he would like it.
Can I make a special request to the show?
Maybe.
It's a crispy tranchulatora. Oh, okay. Red sauce or white? Sexy
pretty
calama
sure they're-
sauce.
Wow.
That's what's in their Italian sausage. I'm convinced.
Spiders.
Oh, this is how you get into the break room. Got it.
That shit is
Yeah, you
hidden.
got-
It's hidden.
Yeah, welcome, Minx.
Them
Hi, how you doing?
Welcome and goodbye. Hi and hello. What's going on here?
We're just currently vibing in the intro.
We're
Yeah.
just talking about
Yeah, I mean, like
Jay's
always-
terrible taste buds.
And like
Have you ever been to Jollibee?
always, Mr. Horseman fucked up a segue. However, like I was saying, I'm pretty sure there is spider legs somewhere in there, hidden. Just like our topic tonight.
That
Hidden
was a
history.
drunken segue.
Stay tuned.
Wait,
No, it
what
wasn't.
did I do wrong?
The hidden history of meatballs, everybody. We're going to talk about how tarantula legs are ground up into your favorite ragu meal.
Stay tuned for the
You didn't
code.
do nothing wrong.
You know, I met this guy from Nantucket today. Interesting fellow.
Were you on the boat?
I heard his dick was so long he could.
What the fuck?
What did you hear?
What?
See, look at this. Jay's appetite, man.
Talking Junk Network.
Where
He said
entertainment
long legs,
lives.
you got him worked up.
We're from spider legs to sausage to dick. Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to
Your favorite rapper's favorite podcast.
See, this is why I like your show. You're very charismatic. You know the right things to say.
You know, I gotta
Tonight's-
say, real quick, we got probably one of the best original intros for a podcast that I've heard. Our shit be jumping.
Real.
Yes. Yes, it does.
This shit.
And just to clarify something real quick before we pay these bills. You said there once was a man from Nantucket. I was just going off of that whole rhyme scheme. I don't know.
I know.
where that
I
ends.
I was setting you up, bro, and you just walked into it. That's all.
That's what she said.
Well, I was setting anybody up. You just took the bait, really.
Well, when that happened, did he use your promo code Talking Junk 69?
I bet he did.
Not with that
There was
attitude.
definitely nuts there, like dates and cashews and almonds and other types of nuts.
Back
Every order.
to your regularly scheduled program. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Heaven's Pantry's Excalibur, the only gluten-free, all-natural, 100% vegan, no sugar added chocolate energy bar that kind of tastes like a brownie. 6 simple ingredients: dates, cashews, almonds, cocoa powder, coconut oil, and a little bit of that sea salt for taste. Makes for the perfect chocolate energy bar. Go to Amazon.com right now and use the promo code HP Street to get 20% off your first order and 10% off every order after with the promo code TalkJunk69. And we're also brought to you today by Dizzle, the premium liqueur, straight out of California. This thing is 80 proof, 40% alcohol by volume, and packs a serious punch. It is only considered what the fuck? It's only considered a liqueur. I'm sorry, I'll show you guys in a second.
This guy, the Dizzle's already had.
What the fuck happened? Oh,
That's ADD for you.
that is
Pinch it off,
ADD
pinch
for you.
it off.
Anyway,
Pinch it off, bro.
go to the DizzleBrand.com
Catching the crap.
and see which distributor will get it to you the fastest and the cheapest. Dizzle, if you're not Dizzling in 2023, what the fuck are you doing? I'm
This
bleeding.
man is dedicated.
Oh, I'm
He had a
about to say-
whole ass baby
I
while
thought you
keeping
just
the
nutted on
commercial
live.
going.
No,
What's-
I gotta tell you, I
What's
don't know.
popping, y'all?
It sounded like he got fucking stabbed and he was trying to
thought he
fucking
would.
finish the
I
commercial.
thought he nutted. I was like, yo.
I don't know where this thing came from, right? But it looks like a piece.
She look like a fish hook.
the piece
bro.
to a notebook or something, and I grabbed it. That shit went inside my fucking finger and hooked. That whole thing that you heard was me trying to fish it out like a fucking
Yeah.
fish hook.
What a way to
That's a
start
good
the
cover,
night.
To wrestle, and now he's not prone to pain anymore.
I don't
Right.
care about yo, bro. That shit hooked
That shit was
inside
in
my
there,
finger. It
bro.
was in there.
Hey, yo.
It was
Yeah.
deep in there, guys.
Hey
deep.
yo, he took it right out of my mouth.
Don't
That's
play
how
with
Jason
fish
starts
hooks.
the show, with every order and every
He
episode.
took that shit. He took all of it.
Hey,
Welcome to the break room, the
taking it
podcast
on, Papa.
goes live every Friday nights. I'm here with the usual suspects. I got Jasmine, Talon, Macho,
Yo.
Migs, Darby, and Dre. How's everybody doing tonight?
Chillin'.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Stop fucking squeezing it.
Sitting on top of the fucking world where we belong. Talking to you guys another weekend. Another episode. Here we are.
Here we are.
Yes, sir.
I wonder how many episodes have I been on so far?
Just one.
Just one.
No.
I haven't
Mentally,
existed before
mentally,
this
just
one.
one.
Yeah, because we keep talking about other shit once a week, but this is a continued conversation. We just stretch out every week for you guys, like you do with anime.
Yeah, we don't actually ever get off this
Elongated.
podcast. We actually have the podcast
Everlasting
taped to our heads
conversation.
24/7.
Oh yeah, we got shit to do, but we stay locked in. Y'all don't know that.
Right. That's why we have so many
scrambling for
cutscenes.
Wi-Fi
Ready to
and
go.
fucking power everywhere.
We
We
should
look.
do a day in the life. Day in the life
And
of the break room.
And if we
Whole
if we
fucking
lose service, we
Nobody
get a
wants to see
fucking
that
bolt
shit.
shot.
Like we
to
all
our
get
head.
GoPros and we just do a 24-hour show.
No, nobody wants to see us trying to make our lives interesting. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody wants to see Talon beating off 24/7.
First of all, nobody has that much time.
Nobody has that much time.
That is a lot of time to beat off.
We're turning into mass shorts and shit.
Pretty sure there was a dude that died trying to beat a record like that. So, there's probably a limit to that.
Pee Wee Herman also did that too in the movie theater. Just saying.
Yeah, it wasn't just Pee Wee Herman that did that in the movie theater, but you right.
The day of
the
the
secret word.
secret word for what?
You can work for it.
It's gonna be one of those nights.
Just like last night, and the night before, and next weekend after. Yeah.
And the weekend after that too.
Right. Raw.
And then that'll be it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, no. Okay, Jay, start us
Darby,
off.
you still haven't seen Austin Powers?
No.
Right.
Fucking
Darby, who are you, bro? Who are you?
Why? Because you still never seen Austin Powers?
I am someone who's not in my mid
He's
30s.
the international man of mystery.
Wow, you haven't seen Austin Powers?
That's so many just
Darby.
cultural references you're missing out on, you know?
You're also missing out my nuts hitting your mouth at impact velocity.
Hey, yo,
I don't know what Austin Powers did
it's a
to
collision,
you,
bro.
but it was not that personal.
This is
That's hilarious.
Only at impact velocity, nothing else. I can't be like 2 miles per hour.
Catch that in slow motion.
Right? we'll pick up the shutter speed.
Schmidt.
this is definitely something. This is why I'm glad that we don't have a GoPro with 24/7 fucking.
Oh, it'd be hilarious. I swear to God, we'll get fucking.
Yeah, if
views
you
on
had one,
night.
you use it for your OnlyFans, Jay.
Yeah, Meg's gonna use it for his OnlyFans.
Look, even StreamYard was like, "What the fuck you say?" Made glitch.
Right? I heard the glitch too.
What's good, honey booger?
Yeah, honey booger.
Nothing
How
much.
much
man.
longer you gotta
It's
use
been
that?
a week. For another 2 episodes.
Honey Booger, anime business bitch.
You should do it again.
I should, right?
You should do it again, and whatever comes out, you should get it
Hey,
tagged on you.
nah, fuck it. I'll live out my sentence. It's all right. Nah, I'm definitely not doing that. I ain't gonna have Honey Booger tatted on me for the rest of my life.
Why not?
What about Honey Boo Boo?
Boo boo.
Honey.
No, you. I look like a fat white girl from the South.
Now from the West.
You talk like her daddy. You read like his. You read like her mama.
Well, fuck you, okay? They just came back out with Hooked on
Look here, I'll tell you what.
Phonics.
I was thinking about getting it when I got open up a goddamn book and figure it out.
I knew a guy like that had a dad like that with a fat sister.
What?
I want to meet that family.
No fucking
That
with
just
you,
feels
man.
like some Larry the Cable Guy type shit.
It was Larry the Cable Guy type shit.
I got a new Ethernet cable for you. You won't see it.
He had fucking a big red lifted pickup truck.
Let's test your signal now.
I hate when they be like, "On yonder."
You gotta
get in. Get
You
in.
gotta go
Get
on
it, son of a
yonder
bitch, right
down
here.
there.
Jay, what are we talking about tonight, man?
Talk
What's
about
going
the
on?
hidden
We're talking about-
histories.
A day in the life of a
Butthole.
horse whisperer.
All right, so let me explain this episode real quick. We've been seeing some shit all over TikTok,
And life.
and it's not shit that you see normally every day because people
Because people don't usually use TikTok.
People try
for
to-
research.
well, they don't try, they have.
Let's upgrade to 5G, Jay.
Okay, to be clear, maybe this is how Jay came across these things. That's not how I came across a lot of these ideas. They're just resurfacing again in popularity on TikTok.
Yeah, that's what I'm not saying. All of these ideals, all of these topics I've just come across now because of TikTok, but you're seeing them now more frequent
Back in circulation.
because TikTok it's dominating right now. Anything you want to see, you go to TikTok and you can see it.
I don't even have TikTok
Crazy
on my
shit.
phone, bro.
You can literally just dump anything you want in there and you'll get views shortly.
I doubt that because
Nah. It's dumber than that.
we're still waiting for our first mill.
Well, that's the basics of how dumb it is. You read something right there and oh my god, it's blowing up. It doesn't mean shit. I don't know. I personally don't have TikTok. Every time I come close to downloading, I'm like,
Well, it's easy
I don't
to
want to
mix.
I don't want
bullshit.
to rock my brain any
Bro,
further.
It's just like, the dude that goes, and she hit me with the that shit's fucking retarded. You know what I'm talking about? The guy that he sings the song, he goes, I don't know if you heard of Jay. when he's like,
I know what you're talking about, but that algorithm very much is going to show you what you train it to show you. So, like, if most of the videos, like, if you try to use it mostly just for laughs and entertainment, that's mainly what you're gonna see. But if you start skipping that shit and you only play and like comment and interact with stuff that's more insightful, that's what you see. That's how it's meant to be used. But it's documented that it's
how about,
been used.
So how about when it pops
negatively.
up and you watch, say you watch motivational videos.
Did you see a lot of
and
hairy
shit
men
pops
pop up, Macho?
Who, me?
What?
Nah,
Yeah.
maybe that's on your algorithm.
That's a hell of an internet bubble you got.
I have
there,
a lot
brother.
of Andrew Tate and shit like that. I like
Andrew
all that
Tate?
fucking
Ew.
like Najas shit.
He looks like a raisin.
But when he popped up on my fucking algorithm, I was worried.
You're too masculine for your own good. You got to get deprogrammed into an NPC, Macho.
Never that, but
No, don't get deprogrammed into any NPC with Darby because he's talking about nuts.
At velocity speeds.
Impact velocity.
Damn.
Can maybe tell me what impact velocity is, you illiterate motherfuckers?
Is that part of hidden history?
Maybe. You want to see some hidden history?
It's part of his hidden history.
It's in a book somewhere.
It's in his closet.
It's in the last chapter, the back of the book, and the back of Darby's closet.
And no one reaches.
Hey man, I'm more of a, apparently according to Jay, I'm more of a blue barrel in the corner of the room kind of guy.
Yeah,
I've never heard that.
Yeah. Go in the archives. You'll know that reference.
All right, Jay, could you start us off somewhere? Good lord,
please.
Fucking take the reins.
Yeah, somebody.
What's that? You cut out.
Some of these topics around history are more hidden than the bodies in Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment. That's what we were referring to when we said blue bucket.
Totally.
Crickets? Okay.
Yeah, I said something.
Yo, why your Luigi always got the low eyes, bro?
Luigi's high as fuck, dude.
Right? Baked. Mario doing some shit in the background. What's the
It's because I'm not looking dead on in the camera. That's why.
He got Tourette's.
Yeah, he's got a neurological
Look at that
disorder
fucking
with his
nose
eyes.
he got.
Start seeing red shade, pink and red shade start creeping in.
All right, there's got to be a high Luigi
Yeah,
filter.
Junos.
There goes a world secret.
God damn, Mancha. It's coming right out with it.
It's the truth.
The truth. They're Italian though, aren't
I
they?
know, that's why I don't understand.
Right.
Nah, Italians got big noses too.
Any of y'all ever had Mori Soñando?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit's
Yeah,
old school.
That's normal shit from the Bronx.
we Jasmine's drinking that right now with some Dizzle.
Yeah, her asshole's gonna
Nice. How does it taste?
It's good.
That's what you call a rompetoile, nigga.
But because
You're gonna destroy that shit. Liquor with
y'all that don't
milk
know what
and orange juice, you're done.
Here goes another hidden history. Mori Soñando is fucking this drink will fill you up. You don't need to eat nothing to fill it. It's like an old school Spanish meal replacement drink.
Yeah. If you're lactose intolerant, stay away from that shit.
Oh yeah, if you definitely don't want a bathroom.
So in
visit,
short, it's
stay away from
condensed
it.
milk, orange juice, vanilla extract, and sugar.
And whole milk too, my friend.
You're making
Not
that
whole
with
milk in
Dizzle?
that
Good
shit.
lord.
That shit's disgusting.
Nah, I think they use
milk with
carbonation.
It tastes good.
No,
It tastes good, but I'm
there's
saying
no
like
whole
the
milk in
ingredients
this
is
one.
disgusting. Oh no.
Listen, we don't gotta divulge that world secret.
Oh, God,
It's from
I feel
Spanish
bad.
heritage. Good ass drink. Just don't try to figure
Just
out.
have the
recipe.
plumber ready for tomorrow, buddy.
It's all right. Luckily, I
It's
can
good
do-
though.
Very good.
I can do the plumbing myself.
Gucci Frito exclusive.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
A little freaky over there. Yo, we're gonna start this. What's up? What's the topic?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah,
We've been
Why does
started.
Mario's head
We've
keep
been-
popping in and
I
out?
know we've been started, but
Oh yeah, we've been starting. We're talking about fucking toilets and fucking
and buttholes exploding. Come on,
yeah, dude. And nuts at impact velocity. What a hidden history.
You don't know what world that's from and its
Right?
secrets it came with.
From Darby's Underworld. That's what's up.
It's a lot of shit for the new year.
That's where you keep the Darby Juice
That's why I
factory.
keep Darby Juice Factory, the Darby Underworld.
All the minions working there and shit.
Right next door to the Danger. It's right next door to the danger zone.
You're right. I only have white slaves and white slaves only.
Oh, I gotta go there.
Well, you see, that's actually one of the things that supposedly have been hidden in our
Oh
history.
God, no! Here we go.
Here we go.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That there weren't just
Fucking.
He's
It's
about to say
fucking-
some
There were white
shit.
slaves also.
Fucking 3G.
They weren't
bro.
just frozen.
It was
Piss
frozen
posh?
for like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
We got
Who I was?
yeah, we
frozen?
got none of that.
Yeah. You were switching heads with player
You
one.
said supposedly and
Yeah, Jay, you were saying some shit that was classified. He's about to say some shit right now.
he's telling everybody to turn off their Wi-Fi in the crib.
Probably just got an email right now.
You just hear 2 gunshots.
Hey, drop the Mauricio Ñando.
You hear 2 gunshots and Jasmine's like, I don't know that nigga.
Always say that.
That's fucked up. How you
She'll
don't
be
know me?
like, I don't know him. He just broke in here to start casting videos and shit.
You got my last name, motherfucker.
That can happen. What the hell? Only-
He held me hostage. So
That's the only person with
sorry.
that last
Help me.
name.
Help me.
He raped me for 12 years. He made me bear his children.
Whoa.
It's fucking crazy.
Somebody has an issue.
That'd be a story.
Probably crazy. They will arrest him.
They would dead believe you too. That's crazy.
People came here for
Yeah,
history. Look where we're at now.
They'd be
Cause
like,
that shit's happened before.
then they'd be like, look at his Facebook.
Oh, yeah, he
Look at his
Florida.
Facebook. We got mad pictures. Oh, he made that. That's a fake Facebook. He made that up. Like, what?
That's
So
fucked
Colin.
up. Cause I'll be making the graphics and shit. Fuck all y'all. I'm done with this episode. I'm going home. Good night, everybody.
Oh
What you was
shit!
gonna say according to
Damn, what happened?
Wait, take my BoJack Horse Whisperer name with you, man. What the fuck?
he fucking really left.
Last
Well,
time I put
shit.
names, that shit just defaults to BoJack Horse Whisperer.
I elect Talon to be the new leader. Talon, what are you doing right now?
What just happened?
Nothing happened yet.
Nothing
We're
happened
trying
yet.
to figure it out, bro.
and then the host just left.
Jason's having a mental.
This is
breakdown.
not technical difficulty. He just
He left?
I don't know where the fuck he at. He's the one who controls all of this.
He said, "Fuck the episode." He's in the back watching us laughing.
Fuck it.
He said, "Let's see
getting
how they
fizzled
do
out.
without me." I told you, I knew it.
He in the back.
In the
doing
back
something.
laughing, like, let's see if they make it.
Yeah, you dizzled bastard.
I couldn't.
what?
Once
We
he
do
said
need
that, I
you,
had to
Jason.
come back. I
Your
would have left it a little
destruction.
longer, but if Macho didn't say that, I would have
I kind of figured it wasn't serious.
left it. That's not where I was going to start. Actually, where I was going to that was a good segue though, Darby. But where I was going to start was something
What did I say?
that
What was a good segue? Me talk about nuts at
So
Impact
white
Velocity?
slave, you had white slaves working for you in your underground fucking lair. That's what he was talking about.
Oh God, no! Here we go.
And he was gonna start with white, some sort of slavery story. I don't know.
Yeah, you had like
No,
a stairwell that leads to the basement, some shit.
I was going to start with that. That shit about Puerto Rico making its rounds. How if we're true Puerto Ricans, we shouldn't be calling it Puerto Rico. That's not
Oh,
its name.
this is way different than what I thought you were going to say.
It's called Borinque. I probably pronounced that super wrong, but I don't give a
No,
fuck.
you actually said it right.
Yeah, you got it. Boarding King.
Yeah.
Word. So it was named Puerto Rico by the motherfuckers who invaded.
The
And
Spanish.
Yeah.
they named it
Richport.
Richport, which translates to Puerto Rico. And they thought, like they did with the Native Americans, they thought they killed everybody the fuck off and bred out the line.
Yeah.
And it's been proven through DNA testing recently that the Taino Indian still lives in the DNA on the island, pretty heavy.
Basically, is on in our bloodline, right?
Well, they're related to a lot of the southeastern native cults, or not cults, native peoples in Florida and other like southeastern region too.
So,
Well, it's close to Florida. That's why.
and Aztec warriors too.
Well, yeah, no shit. I know it's a no shit kind of thing, but I just say, they're like they're one of the variants there.
Oh yeah, we out there, motherfuckers. I'm one of them. No, I am. It just sounded funny in my head. I'm one of them, motherfucker.
Continue on, Jay.
This is what you really looked like when you said that. I wanted to.
Damn, how much of that drink you had?
Yeah,
You look like an Angry Bird.
Today was my last day at the nursing home. They got me some chocolate peanut butter cream whiskey.
That shit sound good. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm taking shots topped off with some Twix seasoning here.
Twix
seasoning.
Damn, you are in Florida.
It says Twix shakers.
Yo, Jasmine look weird in the back, bro.
I know, bro. She looks like she's 15 pounds overweight. That's horrible.
Crazy thing is,
Scary,
that's not the
bro.
filter.
That's fucked up.
Yo, Jason looked like the yellow bird of Angry Birds in human form.
He's like he's always surprised.
Jason wished I looked like
Yeah, just like that.
Like his eyelids don't fucking
Hello,
work.
Bert.
Nah, he like Doofenshmirtz, the guy from
the yellow one. That's fucked up.
that fucking that scientist from what was it? Kim Possible?
He look like a Puerto Rican Johnny
it's
Bravo.
Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, Phineas. Yeah, one of those cartoons. Thank you for understanding where I was going with it.
To me,
I
now he
didn't
looks
watch
like
that show, bro.
now he looks like an Arabian barber.
It does, yeah.
He looked like a Persian cab driver.
Don't mess with the Zohan.
Where you want to go, my friend? Take you anywhere you want to go. Want to go across the
Yeah,
country?
Zohan was definitely a Jew, but
Leaf tip.
It's true.
I'm waiting for you, Jay.
A few
I'm sorry, that
moments
glitch,
later.
that glitch is strong tonight. Every time it fucking delays like that, I don't know if y'all delayed or just not talking.
No, we're waiting for you to continue it on.
You waiting for nothing.
I'm sitting here watching you eat Twix shakers.
Whatever. Well, how many times have we seen that though throughout history? Things that we think we know because we've
been lied to
by
with-
these motherfuckers who are really trying to hide the real fucking shit.
well,
Say that again,
history is written by the winners.
Yeah, I say that a lot, but there's a lot of losers in history or losers history that they just don't want to teach people. They're still out there.
Yeah.
Bro, did you know that fucking Florida just passed some stupid ass shit that they won't be teaching African American history in school?
I saw that, and I have no problem with that.
Say that again, Jay. That they don't want to teach what African
They're not
American
teaching
history.
some shit.
Yeah, they've been teaching it wrong anyway.
I mean, Megan's got a point right there.
False.
Florida or any of the southern states didn't offer a good fucking perspective on the civil rights movement in the first place.
My question is what they're going to replace it with? What they're going to replace that
Nothing,
with?
because
So
they're
more
unabashed
bullshit.
racist now. Yeah, more bullshit.
Yeah.
They're just being more blatant about it.
Just
It was
fucking.
You're gonna put the Trade Center in there, like, oh, you should learn about the Trade Center's history.
More fucking pronouns and shit.
Oh, I don't think they're teaching.
But
them
it's
that.
always been that way. Hey, girl.
What's up?
What it do?
But it's always been like that, though. They've always hid shit from us just so that we don't know exactly where we all come from.
Right. I mean, for most of our history, we were uneducated shit slingers.
Or at least that's what they want you to think.
Right.
A good chunk of us were, not all of us.
I don't know who people you talking for, but that at least that's
Yeah,
what
I kind of find it hard to believe that that's what we were doing until like 500 years ago. Generally speaking, everybody. It just
no, not everybody. I just
What
said a
suddenly
good chunk.
kick-started us to be civilized? Just that one illumination?
No. When I said
Renaissance, you know?
shit slinger, I just meant more so like a medieval peasant who like pitchforks like shit or pitchforks hay Just a simple life. We had very simple lives up until like the 1800s and even early 1700s.
But did we really?
I mean, I
was
don't know. What did TikTok tell you?
I don't know. I think it was more. It was simple, but it still had a lot of fucked up shit. Happening.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with that. No, that's why I said, goddamn, guys. That's why I said
worry
most.
about somebody just coming to your house and fucking raping everybody and taking your shit and
I mean, you did
killing
have
your
to worry about
fucking
that.
stock.
We still do that.
It's called
like
the
that still
invading
happens
army.
today.
You know, it's
that still
different now.
happens.
Like nobody running in here.
They just do it silently.
Ukrainians would say otherwise. I don't know. They're getting their washing machines stolen and shit.
Who got their
selling washing machines? That's such a ridiculous.
machine
Like,
stolen?
what the fuck?
I mean, it actually kind of
That's
makes
so
sense.
much work logistically.
I mean, it actually kind of makes sense if you think about it, because a lot of them actually are allowed to send shit back to their country.
I'm not talking about the
I'm-
them stealing it. I'm just talking about the actual like process. Like that's like how the fuck they had to like knock you the fuck out for at least 20
washing
minutes.
machines in other countries are a bit different. It's not like huge ones like we see in America.
No, I know
It's
they're
just,
smaller, but like
yeah.
the way that
not
they tend to
bad.
be like built in, like I guess you just as long as you know how to do it, like you're an ex appliance guy, it'd be lickety
Not
split.
really,
But
dude. Me and Jay have taken. Dude, Jay, it's just a fucking pipe that you fucking screw into a gas line, and then you can shut off the gas line with a lever.
right, but if you don't know how a gas line works, like a lot of people don't.
I mean, it's not that hard. It's a fucking lever, bro. And even
Yeah,
then, you
but
don't
that's
have to
why-
give a
that's
shit.
why
You steal it, you YouTube it.
Whether there's a lever or not, them shits are still dangerous. Because if that shit don't close right,
Do you think Russians from
10 minutes
Siberia
before stealing it.
wasteland give a shit? They'll probably smoke a cigarette while they pull it out.
Most likely.
touche?
And then they go into the next room and shoot the fucking family.
And take the dog.
Eat the dog, yes.
Damn.
Probably cook it in the wash machine thinking it's a fucking grill. Anyways.
Take the
'cause
dog for.
What's up, Jay?
What else would you take the dog for? You're gonna eat it.
Right.
Yeah.
Rations be short, comrade. Time to eat dog. All right, Jay, sorry. Go ahead. Now we wait.
Yeah.
Now we wait. Yes, we do.
Like more Florida history or critical race theory history.
There's a lot of shit. It's like it's what Darby's saying. It's sad that nobody knows where to go for the right shit. That you have to go to a fucking app made in China to try to figure out
Or read a fucking
what's
book.
real and
I
what's not.
was just gonna say that. Like,
You know what I mean?
I know libraries exist, museums exist.
I do know libraries exist, but can you really believe 100% everything that comes out of those books?
No,
it's called critical thinking.
You're never gonna believe anything 100%.
All right.
Read in a book.
You never should.
It's just like a fucking person.
All right. You never should believe
like-
anything on a
Yeah,
person.
you're gonna meet 500 people. You like probably only fucking 10 of them that really telling the fucking truth. It's the same shit.
Yeah, guys, like I have a 10-inch.
How
dick.
many of y'all here before TikTok knew Rosa Parks was Native American?
Yeah, I knew that. Well, I heard that before.
She's Native American.
I never heard that before.
Where? Where she's Native American? Her pinky?
What do you mean where she's Native American?
She doesn't look
Canada,
Native
obviously.
American.
You said she doesn't look like a Native American?
No, she don't.
Have you seen
does.
Rosa Parks before?
Well,
might be
whatever
somebody-
fucking pictures they produced.
And all the pictures of Rosa Parks, you could basically say, yeah, she could pass for a old Native American lady.
Probably. I don't really think she.
I'll show you one right now.
In order for someone to be Native American, do they have to wear a fucking headdress?
All right.
All right, Jay, what are you pulling up
The
right
thing
now?
is, what is a Native American? Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Dr. Kang in the back.
She does. My fault. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
I guess I wasn't. It was just not registering in my mind.
Why
It's
would-
been a
why
minute.
would-
It's been a
why-
while since I've seen a photo.
While we talking about Dr. King, word up to Malcolm X.
Wait, what'd you say?
You want to
The
say hi,
word up-
cousin?
The word up to Malcolm X.
Word.
Hello. Hi,
Say
kiddo.
hi, cousin.
Hi, cousin.
Hi, Papa.
Say what's popping.
What a puppet.
What's
Hey,
poppin'?
say hey yo fam.
Ew, fam.
There you go. Yeah, I had to go off because he was destroying stuff. So I figured, hey, break room exclusive. Who wants him? Because
Nah, pass. I got 3.
this baby Tasmanian devil in the flesh. Promise you. And he shut off the camera.
Maybe lose my train of thought.
Say hi and bye.
Nah,
Say
if I
peace
took
out. Say
if I
peace out,
took-
fam.
Peace up, fam.
Peace out, fam.
So,
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
bye. If I took you up on your offer, though, Migs, that ended up being
Get
a
out.
weird situation between me and my girl.
Potato.
No. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Go play.
Made me lose my train of thought.
but
Rosa
why
Parks.
would it be an issue for her to be Native American?
Where were we?
Like she couldn't fight for those same rights though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
I was
what's
just
the
gonna
point?
say,
It doesn't really fucking matter, right?
where are you going with this, Jay?
Well, but that's no.
Because they
no,
treated
okay.
Puerto Ricans like shit. when
No,
we
I
first
think he's
started
just talking
coming
about how
here.
it's an example of it's being hidden. Like the
Okay.
Or people
yeah.
not. It's not.
Yeah,
people not really
not
knowing.
and people to have to some half the people on TikTok found out about that.
Just spit it out.
You know what I mean? Half the motherfuckers that
Motherfucker.
didn't know about it found out about it on TikTok.
Now, to be fair, most of the people on TikTok probably didn't pay attention in school, or they're still in
ADHD.
school.
True, this is true.
Well said.
But who's to say that it wasn't taken out?
That's fair. Like when they talk about Rosa
There's a
Parks,
lot of things.
when they talk about Rosa Parks in school, they don't mention her being Native American, and they talk about her being part of the civil rights movement. And the civil rights movement is always connected to Black people more than any other group of people.
Did Rosa Parks smoke weed?
Yeah.
She probably did.
There's also
Probably
the
Buddhist
issue when it comes to just history books in schools where almost all textbooks are going to be written by a small handful of people, and we hope they keep their biases out. But because they have that stethoscope of appeal to where it's like, well, they're a highly respected educator, they're not going to be questioned necessarily on certain things that they do, which is why there can be a discrepancy, for example, in books in the South versus the North and other parts of the country, because there's no real standardization of the history going on.
I do the Andrew Jackson test.
And they're supposed
Look
to.
at how they talk about Andrew Jackson, and then make
Look
a
at
decision
how
there.
they talk about the Civil War. If you ever been to the South or talked to people from the South, they were taught growing up that the Civil War was a war of northern aggression, which is not false. It's not completely false. So they get taught a really good half truth about the Civil War and how the North,
but then you have to ask them, why was the North aggressive?
they're gonna be because they were hating on us. They didn't want
They were hating because they ain't us.
the South was making more money than the North, and they wanted to secede and be their own countries.
While they were making more money, the North's manufacturing and trade ties were running far deeper than the South.
Yeah, but the South could have more money and more crops,
Right.
more of everything. They could have easily said, "Hey, we don't have to be part of the United States. I could be my own state." Like Texas.
Whoa. No, they also didn't have a navy. That's the thing. So with the North having a navy and the South not having a navy, that pretty much leaves them completely vulnerable.
Well, that's why the Civil War was pretty one-sided as far as
It keeps who vulnerable.
For sure. What's up, Macho?
You said somebody had a navy and the other one did, so it made them.
Well, the North had a navy. The Confederacy really didn't. I mean, it did. There was a couple Confederate ships, but the North's navy was way bigger. I mean, the comparison, the North had a lot more ironclads, while the South, I believe, only had one ironclad or two.
Okay. What makes you think that the information that you two guys are talking about is probably false too?
Well, what makes me think it's false
Or it's fractured? Like, all the information that you do know that you're talking about right now.
About the
what makes you
Civil War?
think that when you obtain this information, what makes you think that information is not false as well or fractured?
No,
it could be.
That's a great question. That's a valid question because I never heard anybody talk about the Civil War that way until I got to college, and I met people who were from North and South Carolina, and they was like, "Oh, this is what they taught you about the Civil War when they were kids growing up. They was taught a whole different story."
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait a second. Y'all think the Civil War had nothing to do with slavery? It was just like a business move, and we're taught the Civil War is about slavery. But both things are really true.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, to sum it up to you, Macho, you just have to do a lot of critical thinking. You have to sit there and examine the references to what you're being taught about. Say you got to look at who's writing about it, what kind of biases or interests
you gotta
they
look
have.
at it and say, does this seem like bullshit? Does it seem like a cover up? Does it
Well,
seem
yeah, and in order to do so, you got to look at the author.
Thinking is flawed, though.
Yeah.
Well, not a lot of people's
Sometimes it
critical
could be
thinking is
flawed.
flawed. That's why that's America.
And
But
we'll never know 100% what happened in fucking Virginia or South Carolina in
in the 1800s, yeah, no, we
We'll
never will
never
know.
know.
But
You can see it now, even with fucking cameras.
But
and
we
shit is
have-
being altered. Some people would be like, "Oh, he killed this person," and
But
then
what we can
5
do,
years
though-
later, you find out that it was fucking tampered with or whatnot.
Right, but what we can do though is that we can take people's multiple instances of accounts of like different varying groups that wouldn't, bystanders and such, witnesses, as you would say.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people know that the Civil War started with the Confederacy firing on Fort Sumter. You know what I mean? So that's what we know. We know that's the official account, like that the Confederacy started it. But then some people like to argue semantics. That's where what we really don't know comes in. That's opinion or things that we perceive as own or our own personal truths. Some people believe Fort Sumter was an aggression by the Union. Some people believe the Confederacy overstepped their boundaries by firing literally upon the fort. There's opinions. You know what I mean? That's probably the differences that
Confirmation
we're
bias
taught.
type shit.
Right.
Like, you ever see that Lincoln movie with Daniel Day-Lewis, the actual, not the vampire shit?
Yeah, the other one.
I was gonna say the
longer.
vampire shit I love, but no, I haven't seen that one.
But this
Yeah,
one,
the other one's longer, but it was a good movie though. Why?
but see, the thing is, in real life, Abraham Lincoln consulted with Frederick Douglass many times about what to do for slavery as an abolitionist. In the movie, they don't mention Frederick Douglass at all.
That's crazy.
So in real mainstream media could push out any narrative or agenda to be like,
Right.
Frederick Douglass was a very big deal in the history of abolition in this country. But a movie doesn't show him at all, so nobody knows about it. It's like most people are not going to really do the research and study and see that these dudes are writing letters back and forth. Because Abraham Lincoln was like, what the fuck am I going to do about slavery? I don't really care about black people being free that much, but I don't want my country to be at war anymore.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that people don't talk about any of like major historical events in World War II. People don't talk about that in Germany, that the Communist Party actually saved a lot of Jewish lives and saved a lot of people and smuggled a lot of people out of
Here
Germany.
comes Captain fucking Communist again with the goddamn
Nah,
narrative. Oh,
I'm
the
just
communism was
mentioning some
saving the
fucking history. Did I
God
trigger your
damn it.
fucking fairy feelings, you goddamn bitch? Get the fuck back in there.
No,
Fucking
I just
crying
grew
about
up and realized
communism.
communism
Suck
is
my
a
fucking
fucking
balls.
travesty.
Well, not even just that. I was just mentioning one thing. Here's another example. There's plenty of other examples of like stuff like that happening, like fucking refugees during World War II in Malaysia. Like nobody talks about Japan's influence in World War II as well, like how they invaded China.
Yeah,
and
but
shit.
this is not Japan's fucking history book, bro.
Darby's
They probably have
not
their own story over there.
Darby's not wrong, but you got to think in the middle of a war, you're going to do a lot of tactical things. You might not really care about the people you're helping or saving.
No, that's why I mentioned Japan too. Like a lot of people don't talk about the shit Japan did in the fucking Western. Like it was way worse. You know
It's
what
kind
I
of
mean?
like what Dre said. Dre was like that. He probably abolished slavery because he didn't really give a fuck if they was fucking free or enslaved. He just did it because he didn't want the war no more.
Right. And the reason I mentioned that was because it's a history I know. Like,
Basically,
yes,
like positive collateral type shit.
fucking Captain Communism, suck my nuts.
That was funny. Bro.
But
It's
yeah,
all-
no.
It's all right. I don't care, man. It's okay to be a communist.
No, it's just history I know. So I was just giving you history I know.
That's fair.
Yeah. Talon got triggered. It's okay.
I don't think he got triggered. He was just making a joke.
I definitely didn't get triggered, you fuckface. Come on, relax.
You want a dick fight? You want a fucking stick fight right live?
Yo!
I don't know why you keep jumping straight to dicks every time we start talking.
Maybe
But
because
I'm
I'm
gonna have to call my lawyer and get a fucking 10-foot rule because it can't be that big.
I mean, he is the only bisexual one in the fucking group right now.
What?
I know, but it's aggressive.
It is aggressive.
Wow.
Basically, to me, it just sounds like greed. Like I said last time, you a greedy fuck.
That's crazy. It's like the conversation will get to dicks eventually.
Eventually.
I'm gonna go through some of these fucking.
Or we won't.
Plenty of dicks
No,
involved
I
in
don't
that
want
shit.
it to, but it'll get to there.
I need a bunch of dicks to build a dick shit.
What the fuck is happening? All right.
You never
Let's
seen that
teeter
South Park
away
An
from
episode?
Aqua Teen episode,
Let's
man.
leave
The
this
dick
South Park
episode.
Aqua fuck.
The
No,
dick
I don't say
episode. Oh, I
South
know
Park.
this fucking kid.
What do y'all think about this?
He
Oh,
looked
God.
doofy as fuck.
This
I'll
is
tell
about
you
to be
that
the most
already.
wook
Didn't
shit
just come out
ever.
with a movie, Avatar. So you really just think they just don't be
What the fuck is the
studying
sound?
more science?
I can hear the sound, dude.
I can't hear it.
Oh, all right. Well, go ahead, because I can't hear it. Fuck it.
Avatar's written on the pyramids. This the Egyptian Book of the Dead. These ain't my words.
Pyramid.
Hold up. Who's that right there? The Montauk Book of the Living by Peter Moon? Blue people actually did exist. How did they actually paint something about a person if the person didn't actually come before them? The artifacts of history point to a mysterious blue race which founded the Egyptian culture and honored the feminine principle through the star Sirius, which was known as the Star of Woman. The descendants of these people are the Tuareg, or blue people, who reside in one of the most mysterious and intriguing
Strongholds left.
strongholds left on Earth, the Agar Mountains in southern Algeria. You see, all this history is Moorish history. So you start putting pieces together, and you like, they had to have saw somebody that was the color blue for them to create a figure, representation of that. Queen Antonia, the mother of the blue race, who gave mankind wisdom, sustenance through the gift of the olive tree. The Queen of Atlantis, Queen Antonia, the foremothers and forefathers of the so-called Egyptians. That's why they have.
All right.
Yeah, he's Black Rican.
He's Black Rican.
He's definitely.
All right,
Black
I want to
Rican.
know what book that is.
Well, that's one thing. First and foremost,
What the fuck is that book?
nobody's ever actually gonna tell me with a straight face they can like decipher hieroglyphs or the hieroglyphics or the meta nature. Like they don't know what they're talking about.
Unless you got like
Yeah.
a PhD. You got to show me your fucking
Fuck, I don't
PhD.
care.
25 fucking years.
Hold on, real quick. The people who discovered Egyptology, and I say that in quotes, were lying from the very beginning. All those,
Yeah.
all the British people who went to Africa or went to Egypt and was like, yeah, this is what this means and this is what that means. It's like, who told you that? What makes
Well,
you?
that's why they knocked their noses off with the Sphinx.
Oh no! The
because
Rosetta
they were
Stone.
African Americans and they wanted to
The
portray them
Rosetta-
as whites.
They were able to
call it.
translate newer Egyptian, not the old age and mid age kingdoms Egyptian. Which
Well,
is
that's one point. But then again, like you said, what book is he reading from?
yeah, no, that book is bullshit.
What you mean new age? What you mean by that new age and old age?
There was three dynasty. Well, there was three eras of ancient Egyptian. There
Okay.
was the prehistoric era. Well, not prehistoric, but the era that we know the littlest about, which was the old age. That's where you heard about King Tut and like all the other like stereotypical prince or pharaohs that you would hear about. And you have the mid age, which is closer that spawned after the Bronze Age collapse. And then you actually have the new age, which was closer to Greek.
Pictures and records.
Pretendians,
Yeah, pretendians.
$5 Indians, pretendians. Yeah, this is a good one, Jay.
Can you press play, Jay? We can't hear you, bro.
I'm sorry. While y'all were conversating, it was my job to try to get to
As we were conversating about the
You
video.
was
video.
talking
I'm
about
just
the
looking through
last
stuff. I
video. You
apologize.
was talking about.
Carry on with your conversation, my good sirs.
I was like, didn't the dynasties last?
Yeah,
over, like,
blue-skinned
400
people.
years each, though.
Wait, what did you say, Macho?
It took them like what, a good what was it, like 200 years just to build one or two pyramids or some shit like that.
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it took
No.
them a very long time to just build one.
For questions I don't know, I can ask Google.
Like say I started the pyramid, my great grandson would finish it. That's how long like those pyramids took.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
we
trying
don't
to say.
know
Like,
that shit at all.
yeah, this is what the scientists are saying.
Well, the pyramid age itself spans.
That's
over-
because humans have a innate fear of the unknown. And so whenever we have a chance to get rid of that fog of war, even if we're bullshitting, we're going to do it. And we like to chase for clout. And you know scientists love to be fucking known for clout. That's why you can't just trust the scientist off rip. That nigga wants something.
Yeah, it's just like religion.
Dating of the rocks and the quarries used to build the pyramid suggests it was built between 12 to 30 years at the most.
Oh, you looked it up?
Yeah.
Took that long, you saying?
That's still a long fucking time. And
It is
just
a long
one?
time. Well, yeah, dude, it was built. Those started being built in like 4000 BC.
Shit. What's wrong
They
with
didn't
this
have
guy?
technology back
Feel
then.
like a Ninja Turtle out of the show.
This is another thing that's been making its rounds. What do you
Yeah,
feel
here we
about
go.
this?
Black people are the true Native Americans.
I originally wanted to stay away from this topic, but it's starting to become a subject I can no longer ignore. This isn't meant to slander anyone who is Afro-Indigenous, which is an entire different talking point on its own. But to say every single black person is a Native American?
He looked like the
And who
Gecko
told you
caveman.
this? Your grandparents? Your great aunts and uncles? No, a YouTube conspiracy video that makes Alex Jones seem intelligent. My mother.
Hey, hold on.
I'm sorry.
He looked like fucking Chris Angel had a baby
I
with
played
the
one of
Gecko
Darwin's
caveman.
ancestors real quick.
Yeah, right.
Like the crow before he put his
I was
makeup
like-
on.
Black people, that's a loaded term.
That video was taken down for some bullshit, appealed, and then put back up.
She is blind.
And
You
the
see
black
her
and white
fucking
supremacists
glasses?
have found it, and now are arguing on that video, so they don't get a voice, they don't get a platform on my channel. And
What
I
is
have
happening?
The fucking
Where'd the video go? They took it down?
What video?
It's right there. It's the top.
Black people are the true Native Americans.
I originally wanted to stay away from this topic, but it's starting to become a subject.
No, but that's him. That's him.
That's the stick.
He's shitting on it, is what
Yeah.
he's doing.
You don't want this.
So you
I
looking
agree
for the
with him.
original video.
Isn't it the first one at the top?
I didn't really listen to him because
No,
I
that's
was.
the same one that I just played right
I didn't
now.
hear anything they were talking about.
I think black people were first. Black people are the original Indians. When Europeans came
The fucking face over it.
to America, they didn't discover it. We discovered it. When they came over here, they said that our skin was so dark.
Here's the thing. We're not.
Why
Sorry
is
to
everybody
bust your
shitting
bubble.
on it? I
But
want to hear the fucking thing.
That guy
first.
that guy seems like he
They
has a
actually share the land together. Like that's how I believe. I believe it
Hello
was
everyone, I
Moors
just wanted to
and
make
Native
another quick
Americans.
video on how the pseudoscience community is erasing indigenous history
Man, just
and
threw
African
around the
American
mongoloid
history.
word, huh?
Honestly, it breaks my heart to see black people try to say that there's something else. We're beautiful, we came here.
Oh God, shut up.
She's fucking
Wow.
lost.
All right, well, they obviously keep taking shit down, but
Honestly, I
You're that or the accounts get
why'd you?
deleted because
You
they
should have
post
just
shit.
scrolled through most of the videos I sent you.
So
man. I know there's some shit in there.
fucking for it. These
I don't know what's happening.
Bro, she's mixed. Why the fuck would they show her? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
What's wrong with mixed people, nigga?
Hey, here's a
There's
here-
no
here's
problem.
here's a
But
piece of hidden
they was
history.
showing fucking Nicki Minaj like if she was fucking like a Native American. Like you, like come on, bro.
Look
you
up the
look like
Bronze
that
Age
because you're
collapse on
mixed.
TikTok, Jay.
Hey, wait, hold on a second. Where's Nicki Minaj from? Not like in New York. She's Trinidadian, right?
I have no idea.
But she's not fully Trinidadian, bro. That's like what the fuck she want to say. That's what she want to tell you. That's not her bloodline. She don't know. She didn't take a DNA test and know her fucking actual.
But if she's at least half Trinidadian, isn't that enough?
Yeah, but are we talking about Trinidad? Or are we talking about fucking America?
That the Caribbean islands are also called the West Indies.
Okay.
So understand that when these people say, well, we're Indian or we're the Native Americans, it's not as crazy as people want to make it seem.
No, it's not that.
It's
crazy.
literally
Not that
a
crazy.
misnomer in the
Exactly.
first place.
Well, I'm
Exactly.
thinking,
Yeah,
I'm
you
thinking
didn't know
about the
that
Native
black people
Americans
are
that were
Indian?
here.
No, you fuck nugget. I'm talking about the fact
I'm
that
fucking around, dude.
they called them Indians because Columbus thought he got to India.
India, yep.
No, or no, the girl said in the video because of indigo, like the skin color is what they were talking about.
The Spanish queen gave Columbus a commission to go try to find a route to India. And
Yeah.
landed in America.
Who knows what they're trying to go do?
Well, no, they have actual documentation of that. That was Castile at the time.
Columbus's diary and shit.
No, I'm talking about the actual like payment that the crown
It's
of Castile
actually
gave to Columbus.
not well known. They literally just loaded blankets up with disease to see what they could do with them.
Yeah,
That wasn't Columbus though.
No, yeah, but he was part of the group that tried, and it didn't work at first. They had to, there's trial and error, right? You got to figure out the right diseases. So he brought regular
Well,
breakers
no,
that
I
wasn't
bet
all
you
right. He just
time
beat and
was
tortured people.
unintentional, and then they saw a
And
few
then-
die. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, but he also Christopher Columbus also bring fucking pigeons with fucking famine and all that shit over here.
Yeah, and then we have
Ki-
pigeons.
They
in
killed
America.
up. Yeah, I swear to God, that shit was.
I mean, depending on what side of the coin you're on, that was a major success.
I mean, they were pets for a long time.
It was.
They
It
were
was.
pets for a long time, and they
It
also were
fucking
used.
won. It was a hell of a fucking biological warfare. That's what the fuck that was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what you gonna play here?
What's this?
Yeah,
what
what
does that say?
Is this an
Half to
epilepsy
Africa
test?
over
This is
the
another
Grand
one that's
Canyon.
circulating for a little
Oh,
while.
this is the portal shit.
There was a theory
Portal?
circulating not too long ago that said that there was a path in the Grand Canyon that will take you all the way to Africa. But now people are starting to add to this
Yeah,
theory
that-
and take it even
Let's go
further.
find it.
The added theory claims that the Americas, which is North and South America, is connected to or is ancient Egypt.
Yeah,
but
you
this
jump
was
off
covered
the-
up to throw people off of biblical prophecy and historical events.
Or
While
throw
this
off a
theory
cliff.
sounds wild, I find it very interesting that in 1909, an article released called Explorations in the Grand Canyon that talks about finding Egyptian artifacts within it. There was also certain substances and materials from North and South America found in ancient Egyptian tombs next to mummies.
That
Theory
I
goes
That I believe.
Remember
on
last
to say
time
that the Mississippi River is actually the ancient Egyptian Nile River, and that they put all of this in plain sight by building modern day pyramids in places like Memphis and Vegas, and also by putting pyramids on the back of the dollar bill. Now, this theory could definitely be a stretch, but leave a like if you want me to talk a little more about this, and let me know what you think in the comments. There was
It's a little all over the place, but yeah, there's
Yeah.
that connection there.
I don't
Hey,
think
you
it's
know-
ridiculous.
If you walk off the top of the cliff at the highest point and close your eyes, you'll end up in Africa.
Yeah,
What?
we
Is that what that song was about?
I fell down the cliff to Africa.
wasn't there like
Is
They
it,
just
is it
sounded
too
so
far?
we had
happy,
a
you know?
conversation once about that about
I
remember
fell
the
down the
bats?
cliff to Africa.
Did he-
What?
Never heard the song, though. Fucking Toto, bro.
That could be a hit song.
Right?
Yeah, that's just a hit remix.
Pretty sure we'll get sued for that one.
Still a hit song.
Whatever.
Just
Just
clear
do
the-
it under parody clause.
Clear the sample.
All right. Or hit up Weezer. I think Weezer has the rights to it.
Word, Weezer's pretty cool. They're educated. Well, at least one of them is.
At least one of them. Which one?
The lead singer.
Is he though? They're all shit libs.
No, they literally I think they stopped, like, they weren't together for a while because he went to get his doctorate, I think.
Oh no, they're back together because they made the White Album together and then they just stopped making music again. I don't know what they're doing now.
They just popped up again on a feed that I saw. I don't know if they're making music again, but Weezer's cool. They got some good music. Nice chill stuff.
Hidden history of Weezer.
LOL.
All right, Jay. What the fuck?
Is that a little too far fetched to think though that you can?
So
they're
not-
hiding shit like that in plain sight.
I was gonna say
Because
since
we're
you
Well, it's
Go
funny
ahead.
that biblical prophecy, but that doesn't really make sense because if America's Egypt, then like who was
Then the
taken
more were right.
and brought to a land in ships through slavery?
That was actually the natives, Trey.
I mean, yeah.
That never happened.
Well,
I mean, at the end of the day, aren't we all natives of the earth, guys? Come on, love each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, actually, no.
Everywhere. They don't do anything. They smell bad.
I think some of the things make sense though when they talk about there's pyramids all over the world, but most people only focus on the ones in Egypt.
Right. Like, why is there pyramids? Why does every
Because
culture construct pyramids at some point?
Because they're trying to make us seem like we're fucking different. This divide and conquer. Oh yeah, you know this. That's what the fuck is really all about, though.
That's why they build a pyramid, though. You can accomplish that by killing every
No,
guy in a
because there's
village.
different people. Oh, that's a good idea. They fucking left. They came to America and they said, "Hey, listen, we're gonna do what they're doing over there."
Well,
could
they
be
didn't
like
have-
that. That could
It's
be
not
something.
just there though. It's in like East Asia. Like they're all over the fucking place.
Like Thailand and
yeah.
China. China has pyramids that are actually as old as Egypt's, but they're actually hidden. You're not allowed to go visit them. Yeah, that's a
Much
piece of
like
hidden
the
history.
Grand Canyon.
Jay, you want me to go? You want me to go pull up some little bits about the hidden pyramids of China?
Sure.
Yeah, I know about the.
Okay, first you're gonna have to do another TikTok while I pull it up.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, do another weird conspiracy.
I was gonna say bring up a
up.
Giants
that one that's
related
so
one over
fucking
there.
far-fetched.
They got it.
Are not African, have never been African. Oh God.
It's pictures from the 18th
Gray's
century.
little brother.
And
I mean, that's probably true for some of them.
What
for
I'm
sure.
about to show you is pictures from the 18th century. And I have yet to see someone tell us what tribe we came from the most and show the comparisons.
Chad. You came from the tribe of Chad.
Of those tribes over there and our people
Chad.
over here. You ready? Especially if most slaves came in the 18th century.
Real quick, does that nigga have orange hair and a Goku headband?
That chick's Indian. That chick's that guy's That guy looks like African American. That looks like a black woman.
You know, it's crazy the kind of fidelity pictures had back then. But then you think about the fact you had to stand there for like 10 minutes. It's like, well, at
20
least the
minutes.
quality was good.
That man, dude, look at his eyes. I don't think he's actually.
He's not even coherent. It look like Joe Biden's face.
I'm still waiting. I'll show you.
Very dramatic music.
Yeah, that was just.
So the guy was at somebody's
I mean,
Chinese royal birthday.
I mean, they kind of have a point though, because like a lot of people from it, like that were brought over, like cross ocean and shit. Like, it could have been from like the north part of Africa rather than the coast of Africa, because the northern part of Africa is very, very, very different than the coast of Africa, because that's actual Arabian influence, and that's been closer to the Mediterranean and has influence across the Mediterranean for a large period of time, compared to the more isolated peoples of East and West Africa. So like, there's a lot of identity confusion there for sure. What's up, Jay?
He said Weast, but yeah, no, you're right.
Hiccup.
About Patrick.
But anyways, fucking. So yeah, there's a fucking outside, like 100 kilometers outside the ancient city of Xi'an, which is like an old capital of one of, I believe, the Wan or like the Han dynasty, either the Han or Wu dynasty. Among the overgrown forest rises a couple of pyramid-shaped mounds that were like first discovered by Americans or Westerners in 1912.
Yeah, that's a psyop by China. Don't believe it.
Well, no, because you can see satellite. And you can see it like fucking. It looks.
No, it's just big balloons. You know how they use balloons in World War II?
Swamp gas.
Thing.
Swamp gas. But anyways, so at the time he was traveling through Shaanxi province with a guide, where he recorded a thorough description in his diary, noting he had seen one giant pyramid approximately 1,000 feet tall and nearly twice that size in length, surrounded by a number of smaller pyramids. You know, I'm imagining he's approximating it. He's probably not like trying to make it like actual real, because he's just a dude looking at it. Fast forward 3 decades, and the U.S. Air Force pilot James Gossman will be left memorized by the pure white structure spotted while flying over Asia, said to be twice the size of the Great Pyramid of Egypt. He said the remarkable thing was the capstone, a huge piece of jewel-like material that could have been a crystal. There was no way we could have landed, though we wanted to. We were struck by the immensity of the thing. 2 years later, Colonel Maurice Sheehan, the Far Eastern director for the Trans World Airlines, reported the same experience. And in the early 90s, German investigator Hartwig Hossdorf searched for the massive pyramid, but he was unsuccessful in finding it. Instead, he found the Chinese military meticulously patrolling the area, according to reports. Today, Google Earth will show anyone the right coordinates of not just one, but around 40 known pyramids, but not all are easily indistinguishable to the human eye. They may date back to 8,000 years, older than the Great Pyramids of Egypt. You can probably find pictures online if you want to like bring them up on the chat and shit. Actually, here's a good picture. I'm gonna put it in the chat of it on Google Images or Google Maps.
What are they hiding?
Who knows what the hell they're hiding, dude? That's the best part. It's like that. I love Chinese archaeology just simply for that reason, because it's how low access you have to the entire country means that all the archaeological discoveries that come from there could be something that could literally change like the way we view human history as we know it, and they just have no idea what they could be holding on to or what they could have.
Or why they're holding on to it, like how.
Or maybe I'm wrong, and why, like you
smart
said,
enough to handle that information.
oh, they are, but like, why are they not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder what it is that they're not sharing it with us for. You know, typical privileged Westerner view.
Well, yeah, pretty much. But if you land on some type of history or some archaeological discovery, you're only gonna give out but so much information, you know, that you might be holding on to that could actually do some good.
Well, it depends. It depends.
Actually,
It's a
it
lot. But
belongs in a
the other-
museum.
Yeah, but the other half is you have some greedy motherfuckers out there. Was I was gonna say next. So depending on who the person is and the type of character.
Oh, there you go, Jay. Zion pyramids. Right there.
That's the only one you're gonna know. Like if some of the history that they revealed or discoveries that they shared are real, or if they held back some information.
Right.
There are hundreds of pyramids in China, with at least 38 of them being in the Jiangxi province near the ancient capital of Xi'an. The pyramids are made up of mud and dirt, and unfortunately, very little is known about them due to the secrecy of the Chinese government. Many of them are difficult to spot by the amount of grass and tree growth that has taken place over the past few centuries, and some of them have had cedar trees intentionally planted on them. It is believed that these pyramids are burial mounds for previous emperors from China. It is also in this area where the 2,000 of the possible 8,000 stone terracotta army are located to protect the grave of the Emperor Jin Shi Huang. And until the Chinese government allows for more studies to be done on the pyramids, their mysteries and secrets will be left unknown for the foreseeable future. There is, however, a possible connection between a few of these pyramids and the constellation of Orion. These pyramids appear to be in the formation of Orion's belt, just like the pyramids in Central America and the pyramids of Giza. But hey, I don't know. There are hundreds of pyramids in China.
There you go.
The more you
I
know.
don't know. It was on TikTok. I don't believe it.
Me too. I build pyramids every morning too.
Me too. No, I found this one off the Fortium app, and I was doing some research on it, and I don't believe the Orion Belt part, but I do know that there are like a bunch of most likely. I think. But another thing too is the Krubera Cave that's in like fucking Georgia, on like the very far like eastern coast.
That's also not real. Georgia only exists in the United States.
Right, there's no country named Georgia.
There's not.
I've never heard of it. Where was Stalin from though?
Tbilisi.
He was from hell.
Understood.
It is actually. It's kind of funny I say that because there really isn't any place called Georgia because I doubt they call it Georgia, but we have to anglicize everything so we can say it. Turkey is not Turkey, but everybody's like, well, fuck it. I guess we're Turkey now.
I mean, I can't speak Aramaic. Can you speak Aramaic?
Aramaic?
I've never been taught, so I probably could, but I don't know where to learn it. It's not on Babbel.
Yeah. So, Aramaic aside, we're here in Georgia. Krubera Cave in Abkhazia, there you go, Talon, is the largest known cave on Earth, at the deepest explored point being 2,000 meters below the surface. Described by explorers as an alien world, the cave is filled with 12 known different species of arthropods, fungi, and bats only native to the cave. It is estimated that only less than 5% of the cave has been explored.
That's a portal.
No, that's a normal statistic.
Dimension to another world. What's that? What's that show?
Only 5% of it been explored.
Yep.
No, that
2,000 meters below the surface. They've explored
have you
so far.
seen cave systems, man?
Yeah, you're right.
Like a neighborhood thought.
Like I give props to all people that are willing to check out caves because fuck that, bro.
Nah, fuck that. You got it.
Oh, hidden history. What about Russia's secret metro?
Giants.
Back at
They probably got or their gulags.
I mean, gulag. We know about the gulags, but we barely know anything about the underground metro below Moscow.
Well, it's the setting for Metro 2033? Is that it?
But yeah, it's all based on inference. I mean, like we barely know anything about it. That's just like, you know what I mean? Not
super
trying to
fast.
Right,
That's all. It's just super fast and efficient. They don't want anybody to know.
Why? Why
What's
is it fast and efficient? What are they using?
Everybody just shows up to work on time. Like they just don't want people to know for some reason in their subway industry. People really give a fuck, and it's actually a marvel because they can't get the rest of their industries to do it. So it looks like an embarrassment more than it's something to brag about.
Right.
That's why it's underground, so you don't even know.
Check this out.
See how easy it is to
sure by now
debunk history and mystery? You just gotta say some shit and be confident. Maybe make a TikTok, and it's all fine.
Yeah, everything's better with TikTok. Hold on, check this one out. Oh shit, Dre, you were right. This one is 7 minutes. That's crazy.
You've all heard about how terrible Christopher Columbus is and how he's such a bad man. And all the news media talks about it. All the major outlets talk about it. Makes you wonder, right? maybe they
That's-
don't want you to read what he wrote.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want you to read his original log writings. Oh, yeah, you can't. Why? Because his 2 original logs ironically went missing. And in the Encyclopedia of Literary and Typographical Anecdote, written in 1842, it mentions the book For in the Life of Columbus, written by Columbus's own son, and that owning a copy of this book would be a punishable crime due to...
Why would that be?
I want to own a copy of the book.
World shit, you know?
I want to read this shit too.
Honestly, I have a thing from wanting to just own banned books and hidden. Like, I don't even necessarily want to read them, but just to be like, yeah, I got it.
Nah, I get you.
You're gonna be able to watch this very soon.
Also, Jay, you got some comments that popped up. Fucking
supposed
Underground
allegations
Metro
of
underneath
falsehood, it was
Washington,
literally
DC.
a crime to own a copy of the book about Columbus's discoveries. But we can still find snippets of some of those logs. And in those logs, I'll tell you what he talks about. He talks about people with tails. He talks about dog humanoids, like a lot of really weird, strange things. What's interesting is that he's not the only one that talks about it. And judging by our archaeological finds, it seems like there was a race of extinct giants, especially when you read
What archaeological finds?
all of the Native American stories referring to giants. Or you can read Sir Francis Drake, another earlier explorer who talks about this stuff. Or why don't we read about the race of giants Fernand Magellan found?
It's from the account of Antonio Pigafetta, chronicler of Ferdinand Magellan's expedition. But one day, without anyone expecting it, we saw a giant who was on the shore near today's Puerto San Julian, Argentina, quite naked, and who danced, leaped, and sang. And while he sang, he threw sand and dust on his head. Our Captain Magellan sent one of his men toward him, charging him to leap and sing like the other in order to reassure him and to show him friendship, which he did. Immediately, the man of the ship, dancing, led this giant to a small island where the captain awaited him. And when he was before us, he began to marvel and to be afraid.
That's not a square.
Take our way quietly to the ships. As soon as we did this at them, but more to frighten them than injure.
Is that a floating UFO? Oh, is that because this book talks about alien abductions and dog-faced people and all kinds of different things, or little people? So, this thing is a fictional book. This is a fictional book. That's not a square and compass, but it makes you think, doesn't it? But it was taken from the stories of earlier explorers that were coming to America, and he just basically conglomerated
You just
this.
said Gulliver's Trail was real. Anyway, is it far-fetched to think that some of this stuff was covered up for a reason?
But what? No, that's the thing.
Well, no, it's not far-fetched, but it is definitely like
far-fetched to believe in it.
It's hard to honestly.
It's far-fetched to believe.
Without actually taking the time to do the work yourself, you can't truly believe in anything. You shouldn't take anybody's word as law, as a rule.
I mean, like, I want to know what archaeological evidence that guy was talking about.
You need to do a whole lot of research to come to that conclusion.
What point?
There's definitely at least one cave system I know they found at some point where, like, they found bones that were quite large. That's the only one I think that was ever recorded.
That's a good one. Are you a descendant of Christopher Columbus, Angel? Oh,
It's not something you should tell anybody if you are.
Hell no.
Hell
no.
My great-great-great-great-grandpappy was Christopher Columbus. Oh, yeah? You want a free jumping today, my guy?
I had a friend whose great something grandfather was fucking Cortez.
Okay, probably changed the name by now.
Oh yeah, no, it's Vega now, but
exactly. You change your name, the history changes too.
Right. No, I believe that. I don't associate with that. It's just that, like, fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like I know the feel too. All right, Jay. What else you got?
You're tired over there.
All right.
Yeah, dude. I let a little yawn. God damn. I don't have anything. I don't have any energy drinks or shit.
Lame.
Wish I did.
Let me see if this is the one. I hope this is the one.
So yeah.
Yeah. Crickets.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my bad.
Oh yeah.
Shows an enormous island called Friesland, due west of Iceland, just south of Greenland, southwest, in 6 major cities, 3 small towns, and its own coastal island chain, and a partridge and a pear tree. It was so important to the region that Mercator gave Friesland its own blow-up in the upper map corner. Van Dodecam put Friesland on his 1605 map. Same place, same shape, same name. Plancius put it on his 1605 map. Tijode, 1593, Friesland. Google Earth 2019, underwater. Due west of Iceland.
No, that was kind of cool. Who knows when down with it though?
Can't hear you, Jay.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
What you said, Darby?
I said, huh, that's cool. Now it's underwater.
Hmm.
Who knows what went underwater with it? You know?
Like Atlantis.
Yeah, I never believed in Atlantis.
Well, Atlantis isn't supposedly underwater. It's just disappeared. It's supposed to be in Africa.
But obviously became a hovering UFO and flew out of the atmosphere.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously.
There is a literal spot in Africa, though, that those who don't think it's bullshit entirely think that that's the area of reference. I forgot what it's called. It's a specific area of land with concentric circles, and certain details about it match details that were described in other places of what Atlantis supposedly looked like. But there's no additional details, so it's just kind of like possibly, but there's nothing else to go on. But it's an interesting scar, you could say, in Africa. It's a big area.
Is it about the Eye of the Sahara?
Yes.
I have to call one too. I'm currently looking over the 40 map, trying to figure out other places while Jay browses TikToks.
Did you get my message?
Did I get your message?
I was talking about Jay.
I don't know what the hell Jay's doing. I think he's gambling right now on horses.
I got you.
FanDuel.
You doing some horse betting?
Or some greyhounds.
All right, man.
It is Florida.
I haven't bet on greyhounds yet. The day I do, you can put me out of my misery, please.
Okay, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, dude, I can't be betting on greyhounds. If I do
I
that, what's up?
I wouldn't bet on greyhounds either.
People are like, oh, I wanted to share something with y'all because I hear this all the time. People are like, oh, you're not an Israelite.
What?
You're from West Africa. Y'all were sold as slaves and let's get over it. Do your research.
Mm-hmm.
What?
The video
it's cutting out every 3 seconds, Jay.
Yeah, Jay got that 1G.
Yeah, Jay's connected up to Wi-Fi down the street. Wi-Fi from the McDonald's down the street.
He's saying that people keep telling black people that you were sold as slaves from West Africa.
And this map was created by cartographer Emmanuel Bowen back during the 1700s. So he ain't have Google back then. So he had to have known where everybody was located to create this map. So we see we're on the west coast of Africa. This was in the thick of the slave trade. And we see we have the Gold Coast and we have the Slave Coast where we was sold, right? As slaves. All right, cool. So what does that say above Slave Coast where it says the K? Kingdom of what? Kingdom of Judah. Let me scroll out, make sure my eyes aren't deceiving me. And then let me scroll back in. And what does it say? Kingdom of Judah. Yeah, it's still there. Oh, okay. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, y'all. I wanted to share something with y'all because I hear this all the time.
Was that what you wanted me to put up, Drake?
You could make that shit up. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
kind of didn't really get deep into it, but The whole
It
idea.
wasn't the same one as the Bible one, though.
What Bible one?
That wasn't the same kingdom of Judah as it was.
They didn't come to
Wait,
enslave
hold on.
Africans. They came to enslave Israelites.
I'm sorry, what you said?
No, I was gonna say don't play that because Darby said it's not the same one as the Bible. When that's in fact exactly where we're going with that one.
I mean, it had another name too, as Waita. I can look up. Fucking hang on.
Now, 1771 map. This is, I'm gonna show you a 1771 map of Africa. It was not called Africa. Africa came from a white Jew named Africanus. He's the one named Africa, and he went.
It's just
And when
killing me, bro.
named it Africa, he went as far in Africa.
Right,
as
I hate the
Try
buffering
turning
too.
off your
Called the whole
your
continent.
like video feed if
Same
you
way they
can.
did
If
in
you put up
America.
a video, maybe it'll help.
The continent of Africa had a name. It ain't like we don't have no name.
That's better?
Yeah.
Nope. Literally could start. Nope. I thought so, but
And it's good shit that you're finding too is getting me tight.
right, all the stuff that might be worth listening to. It's like
Yo, you ain't lying.
Wait, hold on. So Darby, why is that not the same kingdom of Judah as in the Bible?
Because the actual name of it on most maps was actually called Dahomey. It's called the
That's what I'm
Kingdom
saying.
of Dahomey.
So this Negro land
It was a breakaway
is something
state.
I'm gonna show you today.
It was a breakaway state from the Kingdom of Benin.
How much of the information in the Bible do you guys really believe in?
I don't believe in the Bible.
Bro, do you know how much information is in the Bible? Like that's a wild question to ask.
And there's
You
some
don't
stuff
say, but
that's
how much
like,
of it do you think is realistic, and how much of it you think is
a lot of it's stuff that's been like over the years been probably changed.
feel like most of it was
entirely
hypothetical stuff,
right?
theories.
Like you shouldn't have sex with your mother. Like
Right.
That's just logical. Like
No, don't say it's logical.
no, it's
That's not a
not.
fucking
Don't tell me that you go outside and you see how shit is and you tell me that's logical. You need to tell motherfuckers. Don't fuck your mom.
Rules that were made for people's religious beliefs because everybody doesn't think the same way. You say it's logical today because that's how you were brought up, but thousands of years ago, people would have been like, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely, you're right.
So where
I
do those
mean,
come from to get people in line or in order?
we have a
Oh, yeah.
hormonal thing. Like we're like hormonal. We release natural hormones, right? Like we are made or not to like be attracted to our like parents or sisters, like hormonally, or unless we have something wrong with us genetically.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's
I
genetic.
believe I agree with Darby with that one.
No,
There is hormones involved in
I
that.
think some of it is just
Yeah, there is. But there's also plenty of people who still procreate with their family members because they think it's beneficial for their bloodline.
Yeah, the South and a lot of
No,
European history.
Don't just go to Alabama.
How about like the British royalty? How about them?
The
Got the British
Habsburgs.
royal families all throughout
How
Europe.
about the self-admitted?
Bro, look at
admittance
fucking
of
the
the
Habsburgs
Rothschild
jaws.
family.
Yeah, look at the Habsburgs jaws. Their fucking jaws are like they have the crimson chin, motherfuckers.
He said all throughout the South, man.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
just,
true.
it's about the whites. It's about them little whites.
That is
But
true.
I don't believe, like, dude, I don't know anybody who could sit there and tell me that the Earth is 6,000 years old. Like the Earth is older than that.
Never the
Sorry.
case.
But the thing is, how do you know how old? Anybody can say how old the world is. Like
Radioactive dating, you can measure the date of how when uranium breaks down.
Let's be honest though. It's really just a matter of scale here. So the Bible says 6,000 years old. We're saying that it's not the same length of time being talked about.
Even then,
Bible
before
doesn't
that,
say it's
humans have
6,000 years
existed
old,
for
bro.
close to like 20,000 years.
Don't
Our
look like
current version.
Where,
of
where
humans.
does it say that? Where does it say in the Bible that the world is 6,000 years old?
I'm trying to remember it actually wasn't in the Bible, but it was the Pope, like the Catholic Church, like the Catholic Church.
Oh, so nobody that fucking matters said it.
After Genesis, it
A
tells
lot
you
of
that he
Christians are
made the
Catholics.
world. and everything, but it
Catholicism
doesn't
is the
say how
biggest branch of
long.
Christianity in the world.
Yeah, I didn't say people aren't misguided and stupid, but that's just a given fact about life.
I agree.
Don't
Don't trust me. I don't believe it either. But I'm just saying that's what was commonly held. It's a commonly held belief that the Earth is around that period of time old, or it was created in fucking 7 days by the big fucking man upstairs.
The Vatican did a lot of crazy shit. And again, to be fair, 7 days, a day didn't exist. So how long is that even really?
Right.
Well, I mean, like that's the point, though. Why say 7 days when
Because you
can
have
make
to
up anything?
translate something that you can't fathom into something you can fathom.
Yeah, but it wasn't translated by anyone. It was made by a fucking illiterate sheep herder.
How would you know?
Because it's fucking shit, and
that's biased as fuck. Let's move on.
They tell you to stone. Yeah, let's believe the book that tells you to stone the person for wearing 2 different colors of thread or 2 different types of thread. Fucking nah.
Wait, what's wrong with that?
Because it's retarded.
How do you know it's retarded?
Wait, no, hold on. I want to know why he thinks that's wrong.
I think it's wrong to kill somebody for wearing 2 types of thread because you're killing somebody for wearing 2 types of fucking thread.
Are you upset that they're killing the person, or the reasoning that they're killing the person? Like, you think it's a small, minimal reason?
Both. I think the reasoning is retarded because they believe the coloring of the thread is dedicated to their religion. And you're correct. The church doesn't have anything to do with the religion. I mean, if you believe in a certain branch of Christianity where you don't believe in that stupid shit, then fine. You also don't believe in fucking people's right to have, their own same marriage relationships. There are plenty of other fucking stupid shit that limits people's beliefs in such close-minded and narrow-minded ways.
Okay.
I worked around Catholics.
Because, like the comment said, that's why there's so many denominations. Everybody doesn't believe in the same thing the same way.
Yeah, but the book itself is a fucking book that's written on 2,000 years of Egyptian allegory.
Yeah, but if we're gonna go off of regular history, why is it suddenly fucked? If that, I don't understand. Why are we gonna buy Egyptian history and shit that's older than that?
I don't buy any of that.
Possibly
Shit was
biased
added
or
and
whatever.
taken
But
out of
then
that.
if it's religious based, not just Christian, but if it's religious based, it's like,
Because of
whoa.
archaeology and actual things we can study from archaeological expeditions.
But what about other religions with archaeology on it and different things?
I don't know. Do we have Jesus? Do we have Jesus' bones? No.
Will we ever fucking know? Ask me that question. If they found Jesus's bones, you think they would ever fucking tell somebody?
No, probably not. I mean, dude.
All right then. So why would you even bring that
Okay,
up?
have they found any other holy artifact
Jesus
of Jesus
bones,
or any
wow.
other Christian artifact? No, because every single one that we've
Apparently,
discussed,
they found the shroud.
The Shroud of Turin is a fake.
And there was still blood.
It's a fake anyway, so what does it matter if they find it? You know how many
Well, that's my
things-
point. Is that all the ones that they've actually sat down and investigated from different churches in Europe have been fucking fakes. There hasn't been a single real
They
one.
don't actually know how he looks, so it doesn't fucking matter. Like they could
Well,
use
speaking about the Bible, shit. That
Right,
they-
but we actually find things about Egypt, so we can actually make assumptions about Egypt or Greece or any other. ancient thing
Why
instead of,
does us finding stone tablets of shit we don't understand allow us
Except
to
we
make
can
assumptions
understand
about
them
their
because
life?
we can understand
Because
bits.
we say that they were this great ancient civilization.
I don't
while
say that.
also
They really
portrayed
weren't,
it
though.
like saying that they weren't anything.
They really
It doesn't
weren't
really
because
make
it depends,
sense.
because their ancient dynasty was a great civilization. Their mid-age and new age dynasties.
What was
were not
great
so much
about
so.
it?
The ancient dynasties actually created a lot of different mechanical inventions that were utilized by the Assyrian peoples and various other peoples, such as the Napoleon lever system, that were used in making megastructures and constructions and other systems that were, or other techniques of building that were utilized in different parts of the Fertile Crescent. On top of that, too, they also invented various different and extensive farming techniques, utilizing river basins in the area that a lot of the Fertile Crescent copied, as well as being major proponents of trade, were the ancient and one of the most important trading docks in Europe being Alexandria until Byzantium came along.
That sounds like bullshit compared to what Rome did. They had aqueducts. They had
That's
plumbing
why
and
I
shit.
that's because Rome
hold
fucking
on.
didn't exist then.
You do know that Egypt is Rome is getting the shit that they got from Egypt.
Right.
Yeah, they just stole the ideas and just made it into
Rome is way younger than Egypt. Rome conquered the New Age dynasty. By the time that Julius Caesar approached the pyramids were about as old to Caesar as the Romans are as old to us. That's an actual thing you can look up.
Yes, I've seen that as well.
Then why would you ask that? What about the Romans? You would know that they're fucking younger.
But it doesn't have anything to do with them being. They're an ancient civilization compared to us.
Yeah, but they weren't at the same time. That's like saying
Doesn't
the fucking
matter.
like. What do you mean it doesn't matter? It's like saying why did the Imperial Russians have an influence from the Romans? Like I don't know, dude. Because they didn't fucking one's 1800s, one's 4000 BC.
I didn't bring up them having an influence. It was a separate bring up of like their shit and their
The Romans did a
technological
lot
stuff.
too.
Like, yeah, but like, was their technological growth better than that of the ancient Egyptians?
Yeah, I mean yes, because as time goes on, people get exponential.
But they had shit to build off of from the ancient Egyptians.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the people who came from nothing be more impressive than the people that came from some type of fucking plan?
I mean, that's exactly why the pyramids are impressive.
Yeah, but you
Because
said that
still
they're
here to
not
this day.
impressive. That's what I'm
No,
trying to get
I
to.
said the mid-age and new age dynasties weren't that impressive.
Because the pyramids were already built, is what most people say at that time anyway.
Not even just that, it's also because of the political instability and various other problems that the mid-age and old age dynasties had. Or new age, sorry.
Blame the Greeks coming in there and Ptolemy.
Well, first was Bronze Age collapse, then Greeks, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right, Jay, fucking do something.
Very interesting.
Who knows?
The Book
You know
of
what? I
Enoch
think
was taken out of
we
the
should
Bible
believe
in the
TikTok.
4th century.
Yeah, I know about the
And
Book of
although
Enoch.
many people believe that it was taken
I don't
out
think
because it
anybody
wasn't
here has ever
accurate to
made
the
that
original
statement.
scriptures, others speculate that it might have actually been taken out because it talks about a history of humanity that's not currently accepted. In the book, it talks about how there was a group of angels known as watchers that began stepping out of line a little bit. They began teaching humans things that humans weren't meant to know at that time, like
No, I forgot
makeup,
about the Book of
astrology,
Enoch.
and how to create weapons. Furthermore, these angels began to lay with human women, and as a result, giants, also known as Nephilim, were born. The book gives an entirely different account of human history. It talks about things like why the sun, stars, and moon move the way that they do,
Magnets.
the shape of our world, and even where the Watcher angels are currently. The book of
Yeah, I've heard about the Watchers before.
Yeah, they said one of them, one of the
Magnus?
giants still in
It's an
Iraq.
ISTP reference.
One of the what was in Iraq?
One of the giants is in Iran or Iraq. Or
You talking
like
about
to
the
this-
ones in the dam?
Yeah, the ones in the dam. What is it called? They got it chained up down there, is what they say. This is a really good conspiracy theory.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. That's supposed to be the fallen angel.
Yeah, fallen angels,
Nephilim.
the Nephilim.
Oh, hold on, let me.
You just
Let me
said
see if I
That's a
can-
fun one because
Yeah,
it
that's a
ties
fun
into
one.
like military
So that
bullshit.
kind of makes me think because they talk about how the angels, the fallen angels, fell in love with the women of earth because it was so beautiful. So you telling me the angels of heaven are fucking hit?
Nah, that not.
It's just like, damn, they were that fucking ugly. They had to come fuck with some human bitches.
Nah, they was just wild horny, and they was done. They was sick of fucking the
Yeah,
angels.
so they had no fucking.
And it was easier to get.
They had
human
no
women
control
pussy.
of a human feeling that they're not even fucking human. Get the fuck. I don't know. Sometimes I just be flabbergasted with the stories.
Here's what you were just talking about.
Well, yeah, the video of it screaming.
Why would they?
Yeah, I don't believe this.
Yeah, that's a crackhead from every corner of New York.
Yeah, that's just the Qatari migrant workers
But
downstairs.
what if this is real, bro?
No, I'm
Really a
saying this
bullshit.
video when they're like,
yeah,
oh,
Macho, wouldn't that be wild? What if this shit was like just
What if it's just real and then one day we look on the news and this motherfucker's just destroying the fucking city?
Some of it does sound stupid as fuck, but there is one part of this that sounds fucking cringeworthy.
Cringeworthy.
But why they just don't get film of this shit? Like, come on, you
I think
got
the
a
motherfucker
drone,
needs
bro.
some
Fly a
dabs like
fucking
I'm taking
drone
right
in
now,
there,
though.
bro.
Sounds like my DayZ game.
Sound like a dying cow.
Wait a minute. That's Resident Evil noises. Are you fucking for real right now? Y'all ever play Resident Evil 2?
Yes, of course.
You don't recognize that sound, Dre?
It sounds like it.
That's the fucking That's the fucking when you hear Nemesis in the fucking background when he first shows up.
Where they get that idea?
What's up? Sorry.
So where they get that idea
shit
from?
Sound crazy though, bro.
I mean, that's true. Maybe this is the fucking Resident Evil 2 game development.
No, I'm saying,
maybe
I'm saying it like
Yeah,
when we
that
think
shit
about
does
all
sound
these.
crazy, but like I don't know.
If it's real, like, what if you was just out there, niggas, just fucking, you went out for a hike and you just start hearing that shit?
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
they
if
got
it's
they got those
real, then
stories.
why the fuck is it so easily accessible? Why are motherfuckers posting it on TikTok?
Because he was just fucking walking in the area he wasn't supposed to fucking
Where was he in the
walk
fucking middle of the bum
Because you can't
desert in
control
Iraq?
technology right now.
Yeah, he
I mean,
got a phone,
Bedouins
bro.
are a thing.
He got
That's
a
true.
phone.
Bedouin
He said, I'm gonna
TikTok.
go for a fucking hike. Let me go this way. I never went that way. I went that way, went up to a fucking mountain. He's like, what the fuck is that?
Are you
Pulled out
Morbin
his
right now,
phone.
Jay?
What?
Are you Morbin right now?
It's Morbin time, bitches.
It's Morbin time.
They got the leather skin face.
Also, we got some more comments, Jay. Some more morbits.
No, I put all those out already.
No, it's more now.
Put all those out already, sir.
I don't know.
Where was that Giants?
I put all those out already, sir.
I've only seen 2 comments.
There a lot are there, but the Giants supposed to be somewhere in the Middle East.
Well, that one.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They have.
Y'all ever heard about that story about the fucking giant fighting the soldiers in Iraq or
I was just about to
Afghanistan?
say that.
Yeah,
Giant of Kandahar. The giant
There's
of
been a
Kandahar.
lot of stories about giants in the last couple of years.
That's a fun story.
Hold on, I'll put it up right now.
I came across that one on YouTube.
I mean, if you
actually,
want,
when
I
was just
have
listening to
something
military
that's
stories.
probably better than
What
the
if that's
fucking.
why all this shit is happening over there? Because these motherfuckers is trying to let loose.
The Giants are gonna run rampant. Start.
We just fuck all our fucking wives and shit.
Just tear them in half, laugh at us.
Start eating people.
Was an enormous humanoid creature. The giant Kandahar.
Laughing like niggas from One Piece. Dead and she.
There's no fucking way that shit is true because that should have been all over
Of
the news.
American Army soldiers on a mountainside
Seriously,
in
Meg, you think they gonna
Afghanistan.
tell people that?
This occurrence
You
was
think that's
still
gonna be all over the
classified
news? You
by
know the
US
shit they don't put
government.
on the news, man. Come on.
The events
I'm just talking
allegedly
for shit.
happened in a desert part of Afghanistan when a
What if
U.S.
it did
Army
go on the
squad
news?
went missing.
You just look turn on the
A
channel
special
one day,
ops
there's a
task
giant
force
impaling
was sent to
somebody.
find out what had happened, and the soldiers walked along a ragged,
Question
mountainous
is, do you
trail
still go to
until
work?
arriving at the entrance of a large cave.
Yeah, I know the giants are
Pieces of
revolting and
broken
killing
U.S.
everyone. Just still
military
coming to work today.
equipment and gear were scattered all around the clearing. The task force was about to
I
enter
don't
the
really think they
cave
want
to
to fucking
explore
kill
its
people.
recesses
So
when
they
a
in the caves, they probably want
12-15
to stay
feet
away from us.
red-headed, six-digit, double-toothed humanoid emerged and attacked the soldiers. The giant
does
impaled
double
Dan
tooth
with
mean?
giant spear and proceeded to
That's
attack
like
the rest of
two rows of teeth.
It's like a mouth inside a mouth, like
the
the alien.
squad.
A shark.
The witness
That's like
states that it
shark
took 30 seconds of continuous fire to down the giant. Between them, the squad was armed with full auto M4 carbines, recon carbines, semi-automatic, and M107
That's
Barrett
bullshit.
anti-material rifles firing .50 BMG. This much firepower concentrated on one target for 1 second, let alone 30, would be extremely destructive.
Hang on, Jay. Pause this for a
According
second.
to the witness,
Take a second. Dre, you were in the Navy. I know you were not in the Army or the Rangers or anything like that, but just like take a second to think about it. Like, would they really send out a squad with M4 carbines and just like 2 dudes with M107s? Like, they really just sending out dudes with .50 PMG? Yeah, take this super expensive sniper rifle and they're going on a recon squad in fucking Afghanistan.
For the Army, I wouldn't put it past them to tell people just to go around and have the big guns with them.
I'm talking about the Rangers though. Maybe the Army, you're right.
Well, the Rangers are going to have.
They are the Army Rangers.
Yeah,
I mean, that's true. But
no,
they're like,
my thing is with all that firepower, and for them to shoot that thing for 30 seconds, that sounds kind of crazy.
I was gonna say, especially M107s, those things are meant to penetrate tank engine blocks, guys.
But that's what she's getting at.
But that's why they needed that ammo because they were.
She's saying how crazy that fact is. Why?
I
Like
mean,
they
it
were-
is something so ridiculous
Like
that
they were
you couldn't
anticipating
believe,
them.
animal hide covered.
which would be kind of fucking awesome.
Yeah,
It'd be
but if that
terrifying,
much
but also
firepower had
like,
to be
what?
used on anything in this earth, something would have come out and been told. But then again, like Dre was trying to say, like
They,
They all have body cams too.
they
Do
came
you
out
know
on
how many
breeding
things
den.
happen in the military that they're never going to tell us about, or it's not going to be declassified for another 50 years?
I mean, you're right about that too.
Yep.
I'm not saying this happened either. I'm just saying, understand
knows?
there's things that have happened that we could
It was-
read now, and that they denied, or they said it was never a big news story.
Yeah, MK Ultra.
It's definitely they came across a breeding den while on patrol, and the reason why they couldn't take them down is that's real, and the reason why they haven't taken us over yet is they've just been fucking in caves, breeding, so that one day they're gonna emerge like the fucking dudes in Gears of War, and shit's gonna go down.
Y'all ever heard about the fucking Great Underground War? How there's a conspiracy theory that all the nations of the earth just keep up this theater of like political governance and all that just because there's a massive underground war that is happening underground between like these faceless alien creatures, and that it's basically just Gears of War down there.
I've heard that in many different forms. Conspiracy can be very fun, but
We should do an episode on that.
the problem is that life is too like worrisome. Where it's like, all right, like I'd like to think about these things, but like reality is like, what the fuck is going on right now?
All right, let's live in constant fear of the mole people.
Yeah, like I'm not honestly like that's more of a relief
I mean, some
because
of the-
that
some
would
of the
grab
stuff that
everybody's
we-
attention if mole people just came up like, hey, what y'all doing? It's like, what the fuck you mean? What are we doing? Who are
Moles
you?
can't even.
Now you want to smoke, mole
Yeah,
man?
right. They come out with these dark ass sunglasses.
What if they got some fire ass weed though, and they're like, "Yo, you want to smoke?"
And not only that, they're the flower nose ones, so they're kind of grotesque to look at, and like we have to get over that somehow.
Like, you've never seen a mole before during
Yeah.
daytime? Them shits can't see anything. They blind as hell.
Yep.
Yeah, but they could dig like a motherfucker. Like all they gotta do is dig around our shit and just implode it. Chicago would be easy.
And that's
I don't
when we
know.
go down into their burrows, kill all of them, and turn them into slaves.
I'll say if any city will give you a fight, it'd probably be Chicago.
Look, if you told me that we were fighting an army underground that could just dig around our position and implode the earth on me, you can suck my dick, sir.
I ain't fighting shit of that kind.
And that's why the mole people took over.
Right.
You better find a motherfucking treaty, sir, or I'll find one for you.
This is the new age. This is gonna be the new age Tremors.
Or you think aliens are scary? Wait till you have to fight mole people.
Right? Don't underestimate those fucking big ass claws they got. They got them for a reason.
Claw your fucking head off, dude.
There's no such thing as an earthquake. It's mole
Like-
people.
Mole people. That's the hidden
That'd be
history.
that's crazy if that's really what it was when there was an earthquake, when the mole people just having a fight under the ground.
Word. They're having
Or they're just
an epic
expanding.
Dragon Ball Z style fight.
Yo, it's the kind of shit I like. This is what I'm liking, Jay. I like these fantasy scenarios. Mole
That's why
people.
Hollow Earth is so much fun to me. Cause like, what the fuck do you think is a Hollow Earth in there? You think
Nazi
it's
mole
like
people.
Godzilla, kaiju shit, or do
Nazi
you
mole
think
people.
it's more of a somehow peaceful Aryan Supreme race that's not Nazis but are clearly Nazis? Like,
They're
where,
mole people,
where do
but are
you like
Nazis.
your Hollow Earth?
I'm gonna assume they're probably moles.
A little bit of everything. I like to think there's hobbits and shit.
Giant mole Godzillas that
Poland.
are blonde and blue-eyed.
Oh, dude, dwarves. We gotta do an episode on dwarves. I like dwarves.
Dwarves are
Right?
real.
There's hobbits and shit on there.
They actually
I was about to
prefer to
say,
be
yeah.
called that. So
I said little people do exist. They are real. It's not fantasy.
I'm talking about fucking actual historical dwarves, you dick.
Yeah, no, they exist.
bro. We never said we never said that they was fake in the first place.
Like the Norse ones, man.
Yeah, those are true too.
Those
I
are true,
mean,
too.
you want like
Yeah, my Swedish
mining,
dwarf friend,
fucking
Morgan.
axe
Yeah, you talking
wielding
about Brock and
dwarves. You want
What's up?
fucking Gimli.
He wants Brock and Sindri from like God of War, Norse
Right.
mythology.
That's what he's getting at.
Hey, man. like elves and shit from Norse mythology. Like how their elves were originally household mischievous spirits.
They're still there.
They're still there.
They shave their ears down at birth.
You got the pygmies. They used to be. I mean, they still exist, kind of.
Yeah, dude. We gotta talk about gnomes and shit too. Like a little people episode would be dope.
I've met a gnome.
You met a gnome?
Yeah.
Okay, where did you meet a gnome? This is about to be an interesting episode. What?
Not really. It was just in New York.
Oh.
That's actually more interesting now.
Was this gnome living in New York City?
Presumably. It
Central
was
Park?
Times Square.
I've seen that movie.
It was Times Square. Times Square is wild like that.
It is.
A gnome in Times Square. It sounds like a shitty movie.
I also met a gnome in Nome, Alaska, but obviously you would.
I also met a gnome from Alaska.
That's crazy.
Was he from Nome though?
Yeah, she came down in blue. So
what?
She came
Hey,
down in blue.
Jazz, you heard that? Check under your bed for little tiny people.
Not me, Darby, doofy.
I heard you said she came down to blow me, so I don't know.
Nah, he said.
I said him.
She was too Catholic for that, man.
Catholic gnome. Ugh.
Right. And she didn't believe in aliens because they're in the Bible, but they really are.
Aliens totally are in the Bible, dude.
UFOs are in the Bible, but I don't know about aliens per se.
But even so, if UFOs are in the Bible, but aliens aren't, would you say aliens don't exist because they aren't in the Bible?
Well, but I mean, how do you know what's inside the ship, or even what you're seeing when you see a UFO?
This is a philosophical quandary. Are we about to cause a schism in the Catholic religion?
Yeah, but would you say cars are not real? Because
Who
they're
says
not
that
in the
wasn't
Bible?
an advanced race at the time? That was like, yo, should we
macho
take these
Teslas.
motherfuckers over?
Yeah, don't get no Teslas. Don't get it.
Yeah, no.
Some
Presumably
people think
they
it's
would have good technology.
Yeah, right. Don't drive.
No, I was just mentioning. He's like, what if you see a car but there's no one inside of it? Is it not a car? I was like, what AI cars, man?
No, I'm talking about.
Oh,
you said about the Bible. I said there's no cars in the Bible, so that makes cars not real. What?
Well, that kind of falls on its face when you think about cars as an invention and how it didn't exist until what period? You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have machine guns in the Bible, but we know machine guns exist.
Aliens have to exist, dude. There's no way they don't.
I won't say they have to exist, but I could understand why they wouldn't fuck with people on the planet and say,
Oh, me too.
To ourselves to you idiots.
I mean, the second they see us, they're like, it's like a big warning sign, like, fucking good God, now get away from this dirtball. But in a nutshell, though, with the sheer size and vastness of the universe itself, there just has to be some form of intelligent life somewhere out there.
Would an aliens
There's
be?
not. I checked. There's not.
Yeah, been there, done that. This is as best as it gets.
It's actually quite boring out there. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here anymore.
And that goes
for the record. I didn't say there's not life. It's just not intelligent.
Right.
All right, this episode derailed.
I don't know. Believe what you want, Jay, but I've seen it. So.
I mean, yeah, we actually stayed a little bit the topic. Then now it's kind of.
It's all hidden history, though.
Like when you talk about space being real or space being this big vast thing, it's like, maybe.
I mean, we can measure that by the shift in light and how light works. You
So
ever
they
heard of
say. So
You ever heard about red? Well, what do you mean? Well, no, we can measure that here.
They said.
What's up?
Remember, Macho was like, "How do you even know the shit that you saying?" How do you actually
this man with the Dr.
Because
Evil.
you can do independent observation with it yourself. You can, Dre, you can observe blue shift and red shift for yourself.
You can do it
because they tell you.
Right?
Got his
No,
freaking
because
balls
this is basic
off.
science.
No, bro. Everything.
But like, okay, listen.
Science
What I
is
mean by
always
that,
being
though,
overturned every fucking 2 years.
and that's a good thing. That means that's the most
How is it a good
accurate.
thing when every time
It's
they
not
announce
always
something,
a
they're
good
like,
thing.
"This is the fact." Follow
Because
this line.
It's the most.
In the next
it's
5
the
years,
most
we're gonna find out
accurate-
we didn't have 9 planets. We only have 1. You know,
it's
it's
the
Science
most
is best in
accurate.
retrospect.
Well, no, we can't find that
So my
because
dear
there's
Aunt Sally
definitive-
was lying.
I can't even fucking talk, man.
Nope. Like a real science conference.
Fucking, I was just gonna say, fucking, with science itself, though, it's a good thing actually because every few years you gain a new perspective that is the most updated and the most modern one, and the one that you can base your own inferences and critical thinking of. Just because a new piece of science come out doesn't mean you inherently have to believe it. It's good that you question it. It's good that you look at it and you wonder, is this real or is it going to be overturned every 2 years?
Except they don't teach it like that.
I mean, in schools don't, because American schools get terrible fucking funding. I mean, like, depends on what school you go to, too. I was taught that because my school got funding.
I was taught that because I had good teachers.
Right.
Did not have good funding.
I'd rather go with science and other than religion, but there's things in religion that
they're one and the same, you know.
Yeah, there's things in religion that are necessary, you know.
But at least
Some
the
people do
science
need
can
order and
explain
shit.
to me how a chemical reaction occurred, while fucking the Bible can't tell me how that happens.
Well,
because it's not about explaining the physical world.
Well, yeah, but then
in the
again, how
Quran,
could you
they talk
compare them?
about
How are they one and the same? One's for spiritual salvation, and the other one's for fucking documenting the laws and natural, laws of the world. You know?
Because the more
in the Quran, there's a lot of science and shit. They talk about blood cells and they talk about
I've read the Quran. Why do they talk about blood cells in the Quran?
because they talk
Well,
about
there
birth.
you have it,
They
folks.
talk about birth and
That's been our
They do talk about
motherfucking
birth.
episode. This chatter's gonna keep continuing because that's what we do here in the break room. Don't mind everybody there because obviously nobody pays attention to the private chat, but it's okay. I still love y'all.
No.
I see it blowing up, but sometimes I accidentally exit.
It's a habit to stop. It's a habit. Like whenever we're talking, to just go silent when you speak up. You're the big papa, Jay.
It's okay. It's okay.
There's a
I
private
respect-
chat. Nobody told me about this.
Yes.
Yeah, what Dre said. What Dre said in the private chat.
What do you mean? When did Dre say anything? What the hell's going on here?
I don't know. Check the private.
Learning about world secrets and shit. And now all of a sudden,
Right.
there's a private chat.
Well, that's been our episode on hidden fucking secrets. Some of these, I don't know how to feel about them. Some of them I want to believe. Some of them I want to fucking dismiss.
my headphones
with the
were fucking
quickness.
up.
But
Are we live still? Yeah, we're still live.
Yes,
I think so.
Yes, we are.
yeah, no, we're definitely still live.
Why didn't you just end the episode then?
Oh,
I was
Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
You know, I didn't want to end the episode without telling the viewers to make sure that they're liking, sharing, and subscribing. Because
Background banter. I think this is what he wanted. To talk low in the background, like we're saying things while he talks louder. Oh, you're not talking now. That was weird.
We want you to feel us in your ball.
Yeah, see,
Every single time that we
you
are
can't really hear
coming
what we're
in.
saying, but it sounds like we're carrying on a conversation.
Every time I do it,
It does. That's what it's
Then
supposed to
see,
sound like.
Yeah. Like,
Remember to
that's
like,
talking.
share, and subscribe. We
Thank
love
you,
y'all. Thank
Tom.
y'all for tuning in. We're
Your
gonna be
mother
back
was
next
so
week with
wonderful
another
last
fucking
night. Can you
crazy
tell her to
ass
come
topic.
back and blow my shkabotva?
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Like I said,
I loved it so much. And then lasagna, she fed. And the way that she cooked the balls, it was wonderful. Her fatouche, so soft. Give me your mother one more time. I promise. Great
like, share, and
Christmas is here.
subscribe, people. We want you to feel us in your box when we go live. Peace.